Hey Mama, welcome to the podcast. My name is Jocelyn, the host of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, and I am so excited you're here. I do this podcast so that hopefully I can inspire you and help you to find more positivity during pregnancy. It can be a very tough season of life, but hopefully as we learn and grow together, especially in shifting our mind to work for us, we can find a better pregnancy. Thanks for joining. Let's jump into this week's episode where if you're following along week by week, you should be 18 weeks pregnant. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, fellow mom of 5 and host of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find the positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life. And I can help you. Let's find positivity during our pregnancies and in our motherhood together. Thanks for joining. 18 weeks pregnant, Mama, and almost to the halfway mark, just a couple weeks off. I always looked forward to the halfway mark because then it kind of felt like I had less to go than more to go. And that was always kind of a happy day. So today I want to talk a little bit about what is happening with your baby and then your body, and then we'll go into the mindset tips. So with your baby, they are starting to develop taste buds. And actually, they kind of suck and swallow the amniotic fluid, which they are in, and they can start to begin to taste things that you eat through that fluid. And I found that fact to be kind of interesting. They're also starting to be able to hear sounds, so they can hear your heartbeat, and stuff like that is going on with their hearing. They're also moving and stretching, and I did a whole episode last week on stretching, like the baby's moving, feeling the baby's movement, and a lot of questions that can come with that. So if you missed that one, go back and listen if your baby is starting to move. For Mama, you might be having to have to pee in the night. These nightly awakings during pregnancy, I think, help prepare you for a newborn who also has a lot of nightly wakings. Something that can be changing is your ribs. So your ribs might be expanding to help make room and to allow other organs to shift for your baby. Your bras may be getting tight. I could not wear tight bras my last pregnancy at all. In fact, I couldn't even do an underwire bra at all during the pregnancy. I had to go for way more comfortable bras. So that might be something that you want to do, is to find something more comfortable and less restrictive so that it doesn't wear on your ribs or constrict things there. Something that can help as your ribs expand is to breathe into your ribs. Kind of the deeper breaths where your ribs move out and in. Try that a few times. Try breathing where your ribs move instead of just shallow breathing. Another thing that can help that we as women are not always used to is to letting your belly relax. We can tend to suck our bellies in or try and make them look flatter. But it's actually, from the research I did for this episode, it's good for your belly to be your pregnant belly and to hang there. It is a beautiful belly because it is growing your baby. So allow that belly of yours to relax. These are a few things that you can focus on during this week to help those ribs that are expanding, it'll help them and help with the comfort of that. This also might be a good time to start looking into a childbirth class, especially if this is your first pregnancy. Even if it's your second, sometimes childbirth classes are so educating. In fact, during my fourth pregnancy, I went to part of a childbirth class, and I learned things in that class that I didn't know before, even on my fourth pregnancy. So if you feel that you need a childbirth class, I would highly look into it, even at this stage. I know some people say to wait until you're farther along, but in my opinion, anytime you take a childbirth class is good, because then you can learn a lot, but you can also do research on what you've learned and have time to do that before a baby comes. A little experience I had was I took a childbirth class with my sister-in-law, and we were only like 20 weeks along or something like that. So not very far when we actually took the class. But gratefully, I took that class early because my baby ended up coming via emergency C-section at 31 weeks. I had severe preeclampsia, which actually turned into eclampsia, which means seizures, and it turned into HELP syndrome, and it was a really bad and yucky deal. But because I had taken that birth class, I realized that not all pregnancies end perfectly. Sometimes you have to have a C-section even when you're not planning on a C-section, which is what happened to me. But thankfully for modern medicine, I am still here and my baby is still here. He's actually 11 now, which is so crazy. He came so early and feeling so blessed that he is healthy and well today. So that's just a little fact and a little bug to get in your mind about taking a child's birth class. I do think they are so wise to take. If you can take one in person, great. Take one online, but do your research and do some learning about childbirth. There are a lot of childbirth courses out there. Two of the places I do research for updates on this podcast are Mama Natural and Bridget Tyler, and their links are both shown in the show notes. The mindset stuff does come from me, but some of the facts about baby and what is happening in your body comes from their week by week updates. So those resources are there, and I imagine both of them probably have a childbirth course that would be good to take. If you are feeling better and kind of over that nausea, I want to encourage you to do something a little different than I normally encourage you to do. Usually it's mindset focused stuff, which this is definitely still a mindset focused thing because you have to think about it. Especially if you've been used to being sick, you have to think about what I'm going to suggest. And that is that you find a way to have some fun. Think of something that you want to do or have wanted to do, or something feasible that sounds fun, and do it. During pregnancy, I got used to holing myself up in my house and just kind of becoming a cave woman hermit. And I wouldn't branch out or go out, and it wore on me. It strained me, it strained my marriage. When I had children, it strained my children because I was lame and I didn't want to do anything because I just was being pregnant and paranoid and worried and all the things that tends to come up in pregnancy. So that's why I'm encouraging you to go have some fun. If you're still feeling sick, I don't want you to weigh this on you though, because if I was still feeling sick, it would not even sound enjoyable to try and have fun. So if you're feeling better and you're feeling well enough that you want to have some fun, I encourage you to think about it. And then after you've thought about it, act on it and do something that sounds fun to you. Maybe it's going out to get a pop or going out to go for a walk, like besides your house, going somewhere else for a walk. Maybe it's getting out with your friends, your mom or your sisters, doing a date with your husband. What sounds fun to you, and then act on it. These are the simple mindset shifts that you need to help you to find positivity during your pregnancy. I have a mini course for mental health that can help you to find gratitude, to change the negative to the positive, and it gives you pregnancy-specific affirmations to help you through these hard transitions. You can get out of mental misery during pregnancy, and this course can help you. There are 44 videos that are 2 to 8 minutes long. You can listen to them, watch them, or download the audios. I have audios that you can download now to use whenever you need to find more positivity in your pregnancy. They are mindset exercises that you work your mind through, and they work. I know they work because I did them during my 5th pregnancy, and it helped me so much to find more joy and beauty in pregnancy. Now, it wasn't still perfect, but it made pregnancy feel a lot better, a lot more sacred and beautiful than it had in the past because I shifted my mind, and it can do the same for you. If you are interested in that, it will be in the show notes. There's a direct link to the course, or you can go to my website to read more details about it. But I would appreciate you looking into it, not just because it gives me a little bit financially, but because it will help your mind to find more positivity this pregnancy. Mama, I am cheering for you. God is cheering for you, and you can do these things. You can make these shifts. Strive to have more fun and be more positive during this pregnancy. We will chat again next week. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts and becoming the mother that you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. Thanks for joining. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward in your motherhood. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.